Hello lovely people, welcome to Pro Strings. My name is Henriette and today is lesson 3 in the Learn to Read Violin Music Notes series. Today we're going to be thinking about the notes on the A string and we're going to explore that idea of 4/4 time a little bit further. So it would be lovely if you'd have your violin ready and also some music manuscript paper and a pencil. Now today we're just going to be starting by reviewing some of the things that we've learned in our other lessons, in our previous lessons. And first of all, our music started with a treble clef, and then we have 4/4 time again this lesson too. And 4/4 time, the top number means there are 4 counts in each bar. And then the bottom 4 means you count crotchet notes. And as we've seen in previous lessons, the crotchet notes were the notes with a black dot, and we were used to reading just the dots and not the stems of the notes. Now in this lesson we're still going to be counting to 4, but our notes are not crotchets, but they are minims, and I can tell that they are minims, or half notes as they're called in America, because they have got a white space in the middle of each note, so they're not coloured in as it were. And when you've got a note like that, so a minim, it means you hold it for 2 counts. Now as you can see in each of the bars here, a bar is a section between bar lines, so here you've got a bar line and there you've got a bar line. There are 4 counts altogether because this minim represents 2 counts. And this minim also represents 2 counts. So 2 add 2 equals 4. So we've got 4 altogether. In a minute I'll play this for you. And then in our second bar we've got the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. The double bar line here at the end indicates that this is the end of our piece of music. Every piece of music has got a double bar line right at the very end, so you can tell whether there is more music to come or whether this is the end. Of course, when we're just beginning to learn to read notes, our music pieces are very, very short, but still there is a double bar line at the end. Alright, so I'm going to get my violin now and I'll play this for you and I'll count it out loud. So I'm on the A string and I can tell that because my note is in between the second and third lines up from the bottom. And I'm going to count to 4 altogether. So we're playing 2 counts down bow and 2 counts up bow. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, so you hold these minims for 2 counts. I'll play it again for you. Each of those notes in your music represents 1 sound, remember? So here we go, this is our first sound. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You may remember that in our last lesson we were playing 4 crotchet beats A's, and you can see the difference now, can't you? So if we're playing like this, we've got them the 2 next to one another. So here we had 4 crotchet beats in one bar and each note lasted for 1 count. I'll play you this one again. And that goes 1, 2, 3, and our new song today, the notes are written as minims. So I'm playing 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can perhaps hear that the minims last a little bit longer than the crotchets. Now we also want to know about some other notes on the A string. And those are these notes. Like that, and I'll show you what these look like in music. Here we have the notes on the A string. You can see I'm starting on the A here, and then I'm going slightly higher than the A. You can see the A had its note head in between the 2 lines, The B is one note higher than A. It has its note head on top of the next line up. In fact, B is through the center line. And then we've got our note, which is called C sharp. We'll come to talk about this note in a minute. And then this note, which is 3 fingers on the A string, is a D. This is a higher D than our D string that we already know about, but this is 3 fingers on the A string. So my fingers go A, no fingers, 1 finger on A, 2, 3, and then I'm going the same way back, 3, 2, 1, 0. So this is just an A here. Now you will have perhaps noticed that I've got 2 of these hashtags here, and they are called sharps, and we're not going to talk too much about these, but we just need to know that this second finger here is now called C sharp. I'm making deliberately this second finger a little bit higher so it's a little bit easier for you to play, and all you need to do now is just accept from me that that note is called C sharp and not C, and then later on in lessons we might talk about that, about how you play that note, but for now that is just what these hashtags mean, F sharp and C sharp. Let me play this for you now. So I'm counting crotchet notes. All my notes are written as crotchets. So I'm starting on the A string. I'll count myself in for 4 counts because each of our notes is going to be 1 count long, you see. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, that's the end of our piece. You can see a double bar line at the end. Now we have noticed now that these notes are written as crotchet notes, as quarter notes for the Americans among us. But I could also play this as minims, and I'll show you what that looks like. When we have our notes as minims, they are white and they're not coloured in. It means that we hold each note for 2 counts. That is why you can see I've also written this as 2 bars of notes, but it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm playing the exact same notes, except every note lasts twice as long as when I played it as crotchets, you see. So let me play this one for you. And now we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you see? I was nudging so that you can see that I count 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, and you can feel where the beats are. That is enough new learning, I think, for today. So what I'd like you to do is practice writing these notes. You can play the video back and then go back over them so that you learn how to write the notes as well as how to play the notes, so that it makes recognizing these notes easier. So at the moment we're just playing notes on the A string, and in our next lesson we're going to look at the notes on a different string. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing you again in lesson 4. Good luck with your practice. Goodbye.